Wow, it's yet another beautiful day. Warm welcome to IFSS. This is Sunil from Bangalore, and I volunteer with Indian Federation of Spiritual Scientists. So today is day 25 of my time 2023, 33 day self-transformative program. We're almost towards the last week or last leg of this program. So beautiful. And today we have a wonderful topic to discuss, right food by Dr. Sharma sir. And we have a very, very wonderful person to host today's session, Suresh Kalburgi sir. Well, I think he is a well-known face to many. He hardly needs any introduction, but let me still take this opportunity to give a very small introduction. Suresh Kalburgi is a trainer of body, mind, soul concepts and meditation. Coming to his professional side of his story, he is an accomplished professional with electronics and communication engineering background. And he has co-founded a successful startup in way back in 1993 and grown the entity since then. He held various leadership roles at Regenesis India and is currently the CEO and director of CTDI India Private Limited. It is a subsidiary of CTDI USA. Coming to his spiritual path, way back in 1996, he began his spiritual journey with a course in Siddha Samadhi Yoga. Since then, he has completed many self-learning courses on mind control, healing, including the Silva mind control, quantum jumping, remote viewing, Reiki, second degree, oh my God, what not. He believes that meditation is a foundation and fundamental for all the mind control and healing techniques. After getting introduced to PSSM and Anapanasati meditation during the year 2009, he has conducted many free meditation sessions at corporate offices, education institutions, and so on. He has been doing volunteering services to PSSM and Pyramid Valley International for more than a decade now. I'm sure many of you would have seen him as a leading face for the popular 7 days stillness retreat in Kannada language at Pyramid Valley International. And his vision for life is very simple. It is to induce meditation to each and every person wherever he moves around the world. Well, I'm cutting short the introduction. Well, so glad that he took out time from his precious schedule and accepted to host today's session. So with a great privilege, let me now invite Suresh Kalburgi ji to take over today's session. Good morning, sir.
A very happy morning, Sunilji, and a very happy morning and namaskar to all my friends. And good morning, good evening, Satubali, wherever you are located. And it's a great privilege and honor for me to be a host today and be with you all great friends from around the world. And definitely it's an honor for me to introduce Dr. P.V. Sharma today. Right. So, friends, let's begin today's session with meditation, and then we'll have a wonderful topic and a speaker today, and that is food, which is current generations and current age requirement for the world, right? So what's the right food, what's the right guidance in a very, very spiritual, scientific way, right? Because the touch here is to add a spiritual touch to the food dimension that we talk about, right? Dr. P.V. Sharma has been a great, experienced veteran in the field of agriculture and all about food in an agricultural way. But being a spiritual scientist, he will add a touch on the spiritual part of the food, right? So today, we are going to be enlightened on and get a great guidance on the food and the food concepts, right? Yeah, it's a great honor and privilege for me to welcome Dr. P.V. Sharma. Namaskar and welcome to this session today in the morning. It's an honor for me to introduce you. So friends, we have a great master and a great topic today. That's food, which is a very, very important topic for this age and for humanity today. Dr. P.V. Sharma is an agricultural graduate and postgraduate from AP Agricultural University, Rajendra Nagar, Hyderabad. He also has a doctorate in agricultural entomology from University of Agricultural Sciences, Bengaluru. He has worked for over 25 years as an agricultural scientist in various capacities in coconut research, in tea research in Tamil Nadu, and as a development officer and a product manager for agrochemical companies. He has worked for many companies that few are CIBA, Union Carbide, Ron Pollens, Aventis. So he took voluntary retirement in the year 2000. And then, since then, he has been engaged and involved with the Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement after having met Patriji from last 19 years. And he is an editor for Spiritual India and Spiritual Science, which is a new age bi-monthly magazine, which is being distributed all across the world, right? Consistently doing a great job for humanity is the Spiritual India and Spiritual Science magazine. So let us all welcome Dr. P.V. Sharma to the show. And sir, welcome to you again. Namaskar. And the stage is all yours. And we will be glad to get enlightened today through your great insights. And definitely it's the right thing for the humanity today as to what are the food choices by being enlightened about the right food. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Grateful to Brahmarshi Patriji because he encouraged me on the subject of Mission Shakahar, that is the right food. And Patriji always quotes three right things: right meditation, that is Anapanasati, reading right spiritual books, that is Swadhyaya, and also eating right food, that is be a vegetarian. So these right things always he insists, and he believed, and he made all of us to follow this. I would like to quote him in this context: what comes out of your mouth should be spiritual, and what goes into your mouth should be plant food. This is the quotation. And then, while coming to the main topic, food, who doesn't know about food? We all know right from our childhood what is food. But food is different for different people and different situations. For all, food is life, whether it is human being or all other beings. Food is life, and food is energy. And for many, food is nutrition. That means calories. That is not it is also a commodity for many people. This being marketed, food. And then for a farmer, it is a produce. And for many of us, food is a medicine. In this context, I would like to quote the father of the modern medicine, Hippocrates, that eat food as medicine. Otherwise, you may have to eat medicine as food. So, this is the importance of food. So, this is a very great opportunity for me to make a small presentation to the all August audience who are the spiritual scientists. The World Health Organization has given a definition to us about the holistic health. Holistic health means complete well-being of physical, mental, emotional, intellectual, and social or spiritual health. So it is not just mere the absence of disease. And WHO, World Health Organization, also declared 80% of our diseases are psychosomatic. That means they start in the mind level in the form of thoughts or emotions and manifest at a later time in our body. So this is the importance they give the holistic health. So we all focus on the aspect of holistic health. Only plant food gives the holistic health. That is the physical health, mental health, emotional, intellectual, and also spiritual. Here again, I would like to quote same Brahmarshi Patriji, the quotation: what comes out of our mouth should be spirituality, and what goes into our mouth should be plant food. And this he has quoted at the National Symposium on Westernism and Spirituality in New Delhi, year 2016. While coming to the main points, or the pointers, or the benefits, whatever you call, the reasons why we call plant food as the right food, the number one and the most important point is plant food is having life. That is a living food. It's not dead food. So living food, as you can see in the visuals, the aura of the live fruits, tomato or broccoli or maize cobs, when they are fresh, harvested, you see the glow, the life force aura. When it is cooked or boiled or whatever it is, it diminishes. Energy goes down. And you can see energy everywhere in flowers, in fruits, everything. Whatever we eat, they should have the life. So, plant food has got prana, and this is the most important and fundamental benefit and pointer. If something is lacking this benefit of prana, it is not food. Rather, you can say it is not food. It is not considered to be the right food. And prana supports all our physical as well as all other subtle bodies. While coming to the second most important point, the plant food has got sunlight. You know the importance of sunlight, and sunlight is not just mere white light. It has got all the 7 colors, Vibgaya colors. All the colors are 7 energy vibrations, right from 400 to 700 angstroms. So all the colors are embedded in the white light, and which comes into the plant through the chlorophyll, and then finally manifest in the form of fruits or flowers or the dry fruits, whatever it is. So the plant food, what we eat, has got the sun energy in different forms, and it is available. And we also know that each color has got a medicinal effect, has got a curing effect, has got a healing effect. And we all know that our chakras have got different color dimensions also. So each color is a vibration. While coming to the third and most important, the criteria or the pointer, why we call the plant food is the right food is, it has got chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is a wonder molecule on this earth. You know, the chlorophyll has got the molecule in the middle of it, ion, is magnesium. Where it comes to the hemoglobin, blood, it is iron. So the simple difference of magnesium entering into the body, that means when we eat chlorophyll food, the chlorophyll part will become hemoglobin, and thus it purifies our blood, it increases our blood count and reduces anemic conditions and detoxifies the blood and also prevents aging. It's most important than all these things. It boosts immunity. That's why doctors and nowadays everybody is eating or drinking the green juice, chlorophyll juice, the wheat grass or barley grass fresh juice, or the moringa leaves juice or leaf powder, whatever form we want. So the chlorophyll has got a role, and if some food is not having chlorophyll, that means we are losing all the benefits what we can derive from the chlorophyll. So that is the right food. Plant food is the right food. While coming to the another most important criteria, why we call plant food is the right food, it has got dietary fiber. You know, dietary fiber is of 2 forms. One is soluble form, the other one is insoluble form, what we call roughage. The soluble form is available in our juicy or sticky vegetables, fruits, and leafy vegetables and all. It reduces our blood sugar and reduces cholesterol. And then the seed like barley, oats, these are all having soluble fiber. And when it comes to the insoluble fiber, the fiber content present in the beans or cabbage, apple, fruit, mango, coconut, these are all helpful for reducing the constipation problem. Actually, constipation is not a disease. It is the problem in the system where in our food, we don't take the fiber content, insoluble fiber. Though people suffer with the constipation problem, in Western world, it is a major problem also. So, plant food is the right solution, and it cleans the intestines more and more. It also increases immunity. This is a wonderful, because it will not affect, but the gut bacteria, useful bacteria present in our gut, it takes this insoluble fiber and converts into amino acids, and then it increases our immunity. So the system plant food has got chlorophyll, dietary fiber, and also this coming to the alkalinity. All food, what we take as plant food, the fruits or vegetables or germinating seeds, they have alkalinity, because alkaline is the index, is a uh, index which is indicated by pH. pH is the power of hydrogen. So the all naturally available plant food is alkaline, and then the all other synthetic or processed or the refined products what we take in the form of solid or liquid, including beverages, alcohols, and they're all highly acidic. So one should have a balance of 80-20 ratio. 80% alkaline food we should take, and 20% we should take acid food also. Why it is so important? Because too much of acidity leads to several diseases. Acidity is the root cause of all the diseases, and then if chronic acidity occurs, it leads to situations called acidosis. That means the bones become porous, tooth will become weak, and then hunch, and all these old age problems start at right 30, 40 years onwards because of constant and chronic acidic problems. Our blood, in fact, is 7.35 to 7.4. So blood always should maintain this pH of 7.35 to 7.4, which is very critical. If it is so low or very high, it is dangerous to the life. So alkalinity is also very, very important. And nowadays, why people are preferring this alkaline water, and we can also make alkaline water by putting kira or cucumbers in the water, and next day if you drink, it is alkaline. Coconut water is 8.5 pH alkaline. So like that, all the products what we take should be alkaline and gives our health. And coming to the another important point is all the plant food has got vitamins and minerals in a balanced manner. All the vitamins are available. Maybe exception is vitamin D, which we get directly from the sun. And vitamins and minerals, you know that they not only are vital important for cell construction, cell buildup and maintenance, they also contribute to the immunity of our system, immune system. We are all in need of this. Maybe it is very small quantities, but all the minerals and then vitamins, they are very essential. So lack of them leads to deficiencies. So another most important, what the whole world has felt in the recent corona time, that means people have got immunity is very less. So because of the lack of antioxidants, what they take in the form of food or other means. So immunity is the first line of defense to the body, and all infections, whether it is due to bacteria, virus or fungus, it is taken care of if we have immunity. So immunity is most important. All the vegetables, fruits, and all the organic products, they have number of antioxidants, what like beta toxins and flavonoids, and they all boost immunity. Immunity is maximum in our young age, that means 30, 40. When we are very small, when we are a child or at old age, the immunity drops down. So very vital, important. That's why we call plant food is the right food, because it has got number of antioxidants in a very accessible, and we can always utilize them. And coming to the most important and another significant point, why we call plant food is the right food, because it is ahimsa food. Ahimsa, as per Swami Shivananda, ahimsa means complete abstinence from causing any pain, harm, injury, or death to any living creature, not only for human beings. So that is the importance of, and you know that India is a land of ahimsa, and plant food is free from this violence, because plant food is very subtle and then very sattvic. And you know that the plants have got no brain or nervous system or emotions. So they have no pain, not only pain, they have no suffering. Whereas animals, they have brain, they have nervous system, they have emotions like human beings, and they undergo suffering. So that is the reason plant food is ahimsa food. And another most important, plants have got the capacity to regenerate. They reproduce the last parts, the leaves or fruits or anything. They can regenerate any number of times. And you know that some plants live for hundreds of years. So it's not the case with any animal. If they lose a head or any limb, they are lost forever and they lose their life. So ahimsa is most, and that is a fundamental, ahimso paramo dharmaha. And then when coming to the plant food, another most important significant feature, it is plant food is sattvic. That means it is not only pure, it makes the body not pure and also keeps the mind and all other subtle bodies in a very soft, sattvic way. So it is very important that we should take the plant food, whether we are in spiritual life or otherwise. All our rishis, all the sages and all great masters, they recommend only sattvic food, that is the plant food. And that's why we call it as the right food. And rajasic food always stimulates. That means the food which is having the animal base or highly stimulants or spicy foods, they are having the aggressive nature. That means if you constantly eat only that rajasic food, one becomes more aggressive, angry, and then he gets into the stress problems. And while coming to the third point, food always is sattvic, rajasic, and also tamasic. Tamasic means lethargy. That means it induces laziness and postponement and also sleep. So all these three important components, but sattvic should be major. So we are what we eat. So if we take sattvic major, we are sattvic. And if we take only rajasic, that means we become regressive and all. And mostly we depend on tamasic food like alcohol and preserved food, and that leads to lethargic problems. Okay. While coming to the 10th point or the 10th benefit, that plant food is environmental friendly. It is very safe to the environment, because when we depend on the plant food, when we encourage crop cultivation, forests and all greenery, it reduces the problem of air pollution, water pollution, and then it reduces the water shortage to the world and also food shortage, because a lot of food is being served to the animal first and then it is recycled and then taken. And then most important nowadays the whole world is facing is that animal-based foods, the industry, animal industry, that is a cause for global warming. This is a realization, and a lot of scientists are declaring this global warming. And because of global warming, the polar regions, they are melting, and then sea levels are increasing. And then another most disastrous thing, when we encourage the industrial farming or animal farming on a large scale, it is causing deforestation, because they are removing forests every year and then encouraging for cattle or this cultivation of industries of animals. So not only this, if you depend on the plant food, if you encourage plant food, it leads to reduction of natural disasters. Natural disasters like the tsunamis or cyclones or earthquakes, these are all causes of the negative energies what being reproduced globally. So plant food is not only is very good with all these 10 pointers or 10, you can say, in my view, they are all 10 commandments to call it the plant food as the right food, because it is very safe to the environment. And the government of India is very taking a lot of precautions to create awareness of the plant food. What they buy in the market, you should have the mandatory, you should have the symbol, the FSSI, Food Safety Standards Authority of India. They encourage people to observe each and every packet, whether it is having a green dot and a green square, which is says if the product is a vegetable source or a plant source, and if it is the product is having a animal food or animal source, then it is marked with red dot with a within a red square. So this is how the government of India is educating people and insisting. And nowadays, most of the people, even uneducated people, they look into this symbol and then decide whether they have to buy for the plant, organic plant-based or the otherwise animal-based. It is not only the awareness, but then finally when it comes to boils down to the three major aspects. That means the food what we eat should be safe, should be very healthy, should be holistically healthy to the human beings, because we should not get poisoned or get the diseases or the ill health because of the food what we take. And then it should be very safe to the environment, and it should be very safe to the animal kingdom. That may be birds or the cattle or the fish also. It should be very safe, because if you promote, if you encourage the right food, that is the plant food, then we are saving our health, we are saving millions and billions of life on the earth, and also the environment. Environment should be safe because we are going to hand over a clean, healthy, and very good environment for living for the future generations of our youngsters and then future. Well, coming to this point, after completion of this 10 important pointers, I would like to insist that there is a recent publication which I have come across and we published in our Spiritual India, and it's going to get published in Jnana Jagat magazine also. That is the revealing that animal-based foods, they create TMAO. I call it as TAMO, whatever it is. It is the source, the Food Revolution organization. This recently, this Food Revolution network has started maybe 2020 onwards, and research is going on several places in several countries throughout the world. And what happens when somebody consumes the animal-based food, the food itself is taken by the body, and then the bacteria, that means the gut bacteria, harmful gut bacteria, because nowadays useful gut bacteria is reduced because of the antibiotics what we are consuming knowingly or unknowingly, and then the harmful bacteria is increasing. Because of this, the harmful bacteria, what it does, it will convert the animal-based foods, the ingredients, some chemicals are there in the animal-based food. They convert that into TMA, trimethylamine acid, amine. So then what the liver does, it will take the TMA and the liver produces another hazardous chemical, TMAO, that means oxide, trimethyl oxide, which is very dangerous because it creates multiple inflammation in our systems and then leads to this great problems, life and death problems like heart disease, diabetes too, and then kidney diseases, liver problems, and even cancer. So this is, I want to bring awareness to our august audience, and then it's very important. Food should be very safe, and then plant food is the very safe in all these points and very safe to the human beings, animal kingdom, and also the environment. And I would I would request each one of you to go through the publications, books written by Dr. Will Tuttles. And then Dr. Will Tuttle has met our Brahmarshi Patriji and handed over this book, his book on World Peace Diet. And we have published a number of articles from his contribution. And then we also have in YouTube or the same topic, food, the right food. And then I also request all the youngsters and then sports people to watch this Game Changer. And not the least, very most important, one should watch this small 4 minutes video, India, the land of Ahimsa. I would like to avail this and then show this to you.
Mr. Chagganlal Joshi, my grandfather, a freedom fighter who walked with Mahatma Gandhi side by side for the Salt March. They together got us freedom. They fought for human rights. And I am fighting for the animals. If he could do it, why can't I?
I am a software engineer by profession, a mountaineer by passion, and a vegan by compassion. Veganism gave me an edge in mental peace and mental focus.
Meat consumption is tripled in the last 17-18 years. So our population has not tripled. Our milk production has doubled, and we are consuming way too much dairy.
If we continue doing this, deploying technology to find the last remaining animals and kill them, if we go to every last remaining forest and cut it to graze animals for livestock, we're going to kill everything.
We don't want to harm anyone. So why do we want to eat a diet that harms us, harms the animals, harms the environment, harms our family members?
and you want to be known as a greatly spiritual country, and yet the killing and the growing for killing is higher than anywhere else. So what's so spiritual?
The word ahimsa, it started in India. Our land is a land of non-violence, land of Buddha, land of Gandhi.
Mahatma Gandhi is the one who not only just learned about ahimsa, but he practiced ahimsa in everything he did.
We stressed that, we don't want to harm anyone. So why do we want to eat a diet that harms us, harms the animals, harms the environment, harms our family members?
Another word for ahimsa is caring, kindness, love, mercy, protectiveness.
Ahimsa is actually a language of every heart.
Ahimsa, non-violence to any living being. It is a beautiful word, not because it describes our nationality, our politics, our religion, our diet, or our lifestyle, but because it describes our character.
Is India the land of ahimsa?
My appeal to all the youngsters and then young dynamic pyramid masters and then all people who are interested in this right food and promoting the food for the safety of human beings, safety of the environment, and safe for the animal kingdom. So what I want to appeal is that this capsule of 10 points should be made available to not only to the public, but also to the decision-making authorities. That means the government authorities, state level or central level or different countries. So we are now a great organization. That means the International Federation of Spiritual Scientists coming under one umbrella. And then as an individual, one may not be able to share this information directly, but as a great organization doing the philanthropic work and then selfless and then great work, we can share this constantly, repeatedly to the authorities in such a way that they accept this to consider, to include in our curriculum, educational curriculum, right from our early education and also college, school education systems. So if they know what is right food and if they learn that plant food is the right food, then the four communities of the society, that means the mother is the first guru of each and every one of us. If mother says that you take the right food, plant food, which is very safe to all of us, safe to the environment, then every child will listen and then they follow. Then next to our most important gurus are the teachers, our teachers in our colleges and schools. And also the coming to the third is the spiritual gurus, spiritual masters who are very influencing, and then they make us to understand what is right, to be the sattvic and also good for the environment, good for the globe, good for the human being and species. And then finally, we should reach the helm of affair people who are the decision makers. Directly we should approach and request them that consider this plant food as the right food, because we call it as right food because it is having all the 10 qualities that no other food or what we call not right food as what is absent in that. So all the animal-based foods are lacking these 10 points and also the safety aspects of 3 levels. That means human health, animal safety, and also environmental safety. That's why it is right food. So we should promote the concept of the right food. And then, so this is my request, because we are, as a pyramid masters, we know that if one individual could make the spiritual reality, and now the whole world knows in all languages what is spiritual reality. So that is the power of a pyramid master and the thought power. And then when we have the right subject and the willpower to take up this plant food as the right food, then all the confusions or the discussions or the arguments will be nullified, because plant food is the right food in all respects. So this is what I want to appeal. And recently also you have seen the millets the grains which are not at all popular some years ago. Now, because of one individual, Dr. Kadarwalli sir, and the whole country is asking for millets, and we are having a revolution, food revolution. So, very important. We should have the right food revolution. This is my appeal, to consider this and then see that we are already doing a lot of ground level base work. That means we are doing vegetarian rallies, we are conducting meetings, we are doing a lot of speeches, and then organizing a lot of meetings in PMCs, and then several platforms we are utilizing, national and state level. We are promoting the right concept. That means the plant food is the right food. So when all these things are going on right from bottom to top, and we should also approach from top to bottom approach. That means just like a pyramid. So that means when we approach the key persons in the country or the continent or the world, then it is very easy to convert this into Shakar Jagat at a very early age. This is the ambition of our great Guru Patri sir. And we have to already we made the Dhyana Jagat. So that means the Shakar Jagat is also very achievable if we put our pressure in a strategic way and then work on that. We are easy to approach the goals, and then achieving Shakar Jagat is very important and also very easy when we do it from at the ground level as well as directly from top to bottom level. So we should always right way we should approach the concerned authorities so that they include in their curriculums, educational curriculums, and also implement in areas what is needed, because now the government of India itself is introducing in some special trains only plant food, Shakahar food, and also in some certain flights and cruises also. Everywhere they are trying to insist. Only thing, government always needs a representation from the people. So we are the right forum, and we should always take collective wisdom, and we should approach all the spiritual organizations with all due respects. And then collectively when we approach that, we should encourage the plant food as the right food. Then the whole world will become the world of the right food. So the right food revolution should come at an early age to benefit not only the animal kingdom, not only the human beings, but to protect the environment for the good and best of each and every one of us. So this is my simple appeal, sir. Plant food is the right food. That is the thing.
Yes, sir. So thank you, Dr. Sharma Garu, and it was a very insightful presentation, starting from giving the spiritual context of the food, right? Because the first thing that he said was a wonderful thing, that, food is just not adding calories, right? Like you can consider that as diesel or petrol is just like, they are only calories. It doesn't have prana.
Yes, sir.
Right? We cannot just gulp like calories and then be like vehicles or any machines, right? We are human beings. So we are really having intellectual, we have our emotional quotients, spiritual quotient, everything is there. We are a holistic being. And just adding calories like a dead food is not the right approach for us. And then food is all about making choices, right? You have given the right informed choice for us today, right? Educating about what is the aura, and then how the aura looks like in terms of the food that we consume. A vegetable has a lot of aura, and having a raw food is better, as you rightly said, and then having cooked food is like a dead again, and when you cook it, it is again dead, right? So that's again thing. So there is one question from the forum, Dr. Sharma, like, they're asking whether the raw food is the right food, or we can also have a cooked food also. So what is your track on that?
Very rightly questioned. And raw food always preferable, because fruits are the living food for us. Because many of the saints or sages or the people, they can survive only on fruitarian, as a fruitarian, because that is wholesome food, complete food in all respects. And then because we are human beings, we are habituated for different lifestyles. Cooked food is also essential, is a means to survive for the masses, humanity. It's both important, because The recent air crash, what happened in Amazon forest, 3-4 kids, they have survived after 40 years, after eating only leaves, green leaves, and then some fruits. They could survive. So this is the importance of the raw food, the green food, or the nature food, because raw food is a direct gift from the nature. And when we process it, we lose something. One more thing I want to add to this, because Patriji always says it is not only the cooked food. And when we microwave it, that means we are killing the food. We are removing the life part of it. So that's why it doesn't recommend microwave food or even mushrooms, because mushrooms are coming from the dead matter, that is decaying wood. So there is no life in that. So we should not eat the food which is lacking life, the prana. So these are the very important points which I would like to add. And then you are the cause for getting these answers. Thank you very much.
Yeah, another important point you cover, Dr. Sharma ji, is that, alkaline blood is very, very important for human well-being, right? Wellness and health.
Yes.
So any cooked food or like any animal-based food will always increase our pH level of the blood. So which is again like a breeding ground for any disease, right? That's a great point.
Yeah, you have rightly raised the point, because alkalinity means health. Because alkaline, when it is in alkaline conditions, because blood is alkaline, 7.35 to 7.45. And then what happens? The cell will be able to respire and take oxygen under alkaline medium. If it is slightly acidic or more acidic or chronically acidic, then cell starves for oxygen. So accumulation of carbon dioxide increases. So it is a dangerous situation. Then all the functions will reverse. So acidity is the root cause for all diseases. This is the main reason. A to Z, all diseases are starting point is only acidity.
Yeah,
so that's why we should naturally take alkaline food, drink alkaline water, and also like coconut tender water, like this cucumbers. So they are having alkalinity. So alkalinity is life.
Is mushroom a vegetarian food?
It is neither vegetarian or non-vegetarian, because that's why I just avoid all those controversies. I say it is plant food. It is not a plant. It is a dead material. It is a fungus. So it is not plant. It doesn't have chlorophyll. It doesn't have fiber content. It doesn't have alkalinity. All this 10-point find what we told. And it grows in darkness. It is away from the sunlight. So we have to take energy from sunlight in different colors. And it is colorless dead material. Mushrooms of any sort.
So because we are all under the influence of the solar system, right? The sun is the core and the root of all our existence here. Without sun, the Earth planet doesn't exist. So we are all under the influence of the sun, and the sun has all the 7 colors. You mentioned that. And we should be having a balance of the food. Like the 7 colors are very important to nourish our 7 chakras.
Spectra.
7 chakras within our body. So there is a direct correlation between the food, the colors we eat. It's all about light. Ultimately, I think all the food that we eat will transform into light in itself. And it will nourish all the 7 chakras within our body.
Absolutely.
Right. So eating all the colors, the great colorful food that the plant kingdom offers us is a great choice, masters, because it's all about choice.
Sure. And each color has got a healing effects, violet color and then the blue color, they have more healing effects. And then violet and those final high frequency colors, they affect our chakras above throat. That means the Agna chakra and all these. Whereas red color and yellow color, they affect the lower chakras, Muladhara and Swadhisthana. So the healing effects are there for each and every color directly. That's why we should take a color food, and doctors recommend eat rainbow food. Eat rainbow. That's what they quote. So eating rainbow means eating energy food having all the rainbow colors. Right? Colors are just energies.
What do you think about garlic, as a food, right?
Very good. Very pertinent question for all the pyramid masters. And exclusively, my great master Patriji, why he insists that we should avoid garlic in our food, because it is rajasic food. It stimulates your attitude, anger, and all the negativity. Because we are all meditators. It is not only during meditation, during rest of the time when we want to be mindful, our mind should be calm and peaceful. We always should be remain in the meditative state, isn't it? So then the food is the influencer. We are what we eat. So if we take Rajasic food, naturally your sattvic nature will come down. And then all the saints, all the rishis and all the great masters and the new age masters also, they avoid eating this stimulating food like garlic. No doubt it is having medicinal value. But if there is a necessity as a medicine, yes, you can take it as a medicine. They are available in garlic pelts, garlic capsules. You can take it as a medicine, but not as a food, especially for those who are in the spiritual path.
Yeah, that's a great point, sir. Thank you very much for clarifying. Yes, of course, I agree. Like even when we are unwell, even a small pill of like say fever or any any antacid that we take, it has a profound effect on our body.
Yes.
And we keep eating so much of food, right? You can imagine what is the impact on our body, right? As you said, if we don't eat food as medicine, then we'll have to eat medicine as food. So we'll have to be mindful about what we take on our plates. We should not have dead bodies. We should not be having those food which is stimulate our mind for unnecessary or rajasic or tamasic areas, right? Just have more a subtle and sattvic mindset rather than a tamasic and rajasic behavior or living patterns. Yes. So whatever we eat will definitely have impact on our behavior and the body ecosystem for sure. Sir, there's one more question called, what about onion?
Onion.
What about the dairy product?
Yeah. That is the onion is vegetable, which is in the ground level. And all the vegetables which are grown below the soil level and the ground level in the darkness, they have some tamasic effect. Whatever is above the ground, that means flowers or fruits and all these things, they have sattvic nature. So the flower is having a medicinal value. So the onion is growing below the soil level. So that has got a tamasic effect and to some extent rajasic effect also. It is not having the sattvic effect. So in a partially way, it is having more tamasic nature. That's why we nighttime we should not eat it because it will induce sleep. If you want to wake up, then but eat this garlic onion means it will induce tamasic nature. It is it is also a medicine, no doubt. But when it is needed, yes, you can take it. And raw onion is also good when the farmers, the riots, when they go to the land for working in the hot sun, they take raw onions because that will take care of their the alkaline conditions and also they quench the thirst and also reduce the acidity problems if they have anything. And they sustain with raw onions and raw chilies also. So they have their significance. They are all spice. It's coming under the category of a spice onion, like chili, like pepper.
Yeah, so you recommend a limited consumption based on the choice.
In limited, yes, it is good. And when it goes along with the other ingredients and other vegetables, then the null effect, the effects will be nullified.
Sir, there's one question which is coming up. What about dairy products? What do you say about dairy products?
Dairy products is very important question what you have raised, sir. Because when we consider the dairy product like milk or the subsequent products like ghee or whatever, butter and all, they are only the byproducts of the animal. Because just like cow urine, it is a byproduct, it's a waste product for it. And then it is very useful. Milk is useful for its own infant, for its own baby. But then when it is excess, because baby takes only few ml, but rest it can afford because it is a give and take policy between the domesticated and the human beings. There is a equation going on between animal kingdom and human kingdom. We are all friends. So we have to share. We are not living in isolation. and we have to depend totally on the plant kingdom. So that's why from that angle, it is very important that we should depend on the animal kingdom for our basic requirements, and we should live with the animal kingdom. We are friends first, Maitri Bhavana. And Buddha, we are all becoming Maitri Buddha means if we don't live with the animal and share our pleasure with them and then their pleasure with us. So it is mutual. So we cannot go without, because even in our Vedas or ancient life or the civilizations, all civilizations lived with animals and the dairy products. There's not exclusive, and we are not harming any animal in that process. We are living with them, encouraging them, and enjoying life along with them. So we should live and let live policy. When we adopt this policy of live and let live, then dairy is a part of our life. And in our epics or whatever it is, even the so-called gods, they lived with the animals, they loved the animals, and then they took milk, they took the dairy products, and then they encouraged to live with it, because mother's milk and dairy milk, they are almost equal. And if mother is not able to feed the baby with her milk, then the alternative is only cow. Cow is the mother. That's why. So dairy products are essential, is a part of our life. And no himsa is being done. We are doing ahimsa. We are promoting ahimsa by living with the animals.
Yeah, of course, domesticating animal is a very important aspect of human behavior. And the only thing that I just want to have a discussion is that, it has become a major industry now. So it is a discussion that we have as a choice that how much of dairy we want to consume. Right?
Yes.
A limited consumption.
Yeah, you're right.
We don't make this industry very big because the human demands have increased tremendously across the globe.
Yes.
And we can have a limited approach to this is what I think is a good approach for it.
So I have one question is about sattvic, tamas, rajas food. We required all the food for daily basis, for sleeping and doing a work or our mental health wise. What portions of sattvic food is we have to consume, and how much is required for tamasic for our body to take rest? And rajas food is required for our daily work purpose and a career growth purpose and all those things. So the portion quantities, yes, sattvic food, if we take the sattvic food, as I understand, our body is good, but we do need other qualities also to survive in this world.
Yes, madam. Very rightly you asked this question, madam, because it all depends. These three components are very essential for human life. All the three are very important, but the proportion is very apt. It should be, because a person who is working in the field, doing hard work in the sun, he needs more rajasic food and tamasic food also. But a scientist or a person, IT person who is involved only in the air-conditioned rooms and then doing a spiritual work, they need more of sattvic nature. So they should take less of tamasic food or less of rajasic food. All depends on the nature of the lifestyle, which demands the proportion, whether it is sattvic, more sattvic, or more rajasic, or more tamasic. It all depends, because all the three components, all the three types of food are essential for human existence and survival, because we are living in the wakeful state and also the sleep state, and our life is always going on and on with these states of the three states. So we need all the three components, and proportions depends on the requirement of the person, and also according to the child. Child needs more of tamasic food because child needs to sleep more, whereas aged person above 60, 70, he needs more sattvic food, because that is the time that he needs to refine his mind and then remove the negativity. So these are all proportions vary according to the personality and the lifestyle.
What you said is correct, sir. The portions are we have to determine. How can we do that? Is there any...
Very good question. And mother always knows what is important for the child here, because mother can feel by and seeing the child condition whether the child needs more rajasic food or the tamasic food. So it's a testing, and then when you consider, when you listen to the body speaks to you and then demands, body asks, and then body, whatever is demanding, we should give in time and not the reverse time, because we should not eat any food in the night time after that, because we are all depending on the meridians on our system, our body, and also meridians outside our body. That is the world. We are always living among the energy field. So these are all different types of energies only. There's nothing but everything boils down to energies: sattvic energy, rajasic energy, and tamasic energy. We have to live with energy. Thanks for all the support that you have given, and all our team members and all our organizers are giving me. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very nice.
So we have had a great session with the 10 commandments or 10 capsules or 10 points of right food choices.
Sir.
Right. So
Yes, sir. Well, my request is that these 10 points should be taken as such without much distortion when they are translated to different languages. This is only my request, because these are principles, and Patriji has finalized this in the year 2022 in March, April. This was published, this particular article, as 10 benefits of the plant food for holistic health. So we should confine to the core. We can always translate and share this very information.
Sure. Thank you for sharing the file. We'll definitely share among this group. Yeah. So I invite Sunil, to have his closing remarks and the session. So Sunil, welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sureshji. Dr. P.V. Sharma garu, this was wonderful to hear you. It was so beautiful. We heard a lot of sessions in Telugu, and we're also listening in English. And I know there is a lot to talk on this subject, but given the time construct, and thank you so much, sir. I know you're busy with a lot of research and a lot of classes that you're conducting. It was so wonderful when you accepted a time with us. We'll definitely have another time with a little bit more focused on, in a 1.5 hour or 2 hours. We could squeeze in today sometime, but next time we'll make sure that we have the platform specific on this subject to dive in detail. Yes, with more scientific temperament, definitely. So, friends, that concludes the day 25 of My Time 2023. On behalf of Team IFSS and our partner organizations, Shambhala Solutions, Meditation Magic, and Breath Universe, I thank all the participants for joining this session. It was wonderful again to see you all. All are most welcome, sir. Thank you, and see you all.
Again, thank you.
Our pleasure, sir. And see you all tomorrow at 6 a.m. with yet another beautiful topic. Until then, have a nice day and a good night. Bye-bye.
And to our start, good night.